Hi, welcome. My name is Johnny Fergan. I'm from All Total Coaching. It's been a while, so today I would like to talk about the impending explosion that is yet to happen in gold and silver. On the 13th of April this year, 4 months ago, I posted a video about a prediction that I said on the 13th of April. You can look it up, I'll put a link below. At the time, silver was $16 and gold was $1,600, roughly. Today, as I'm doing this video, at this particular moment, at 4:20 p.m. Sydney time, the 10th of August, silver is at $28.60 and gold is at $2,039 roughly. Now, a lot of people may think they missed the boat as silver has gone up 125% from the lows of March, and silver and gold has gone from 1,470 to 2,039, where it is at the moment. And you may think yourself, you missed the boat. We are now in the midst of a correction before we see higher prices. Much, much higher prices. I will say on this channel, and I said this before, we will see silver minimum $60 to $100 an ounce. Yes, and I'll bring up this video like I'm bringing up the other video that I said my predictions, and you will see that it will happen. Now, I'm not saying it will happen tomorrow or next week or in a month, but in due course you will see that gold will go above $4,500 an ounce and silver between $60 to $100 an ounce. Now, I'm going to put links to support what I just said, but today I'd like to share with you, that anybody that follows me knows I've shown this, about the economic clock. This economic clock in all commodities, in stock markets, in real estate, beans, soy, anything in the world, there's a clock and cycles. Now, when a stock or commodity, or in particular this case I'm talking about gold and silver, have been neglected, there's no news on it, nobody talks, it's in depression mode. The biggest depression of gold and silver was at the early stages of the epidemic in late March, when it hit under $12. Yes, under $12. We're the depression. Within a few months, we went through here awakening. We reached the awakening point at $21 because it broke technical analysis. Now that gold is hitting new year highs, we are reaching now in the phase of revived hope. We are not yet in rampant speculation, but usually the research I've done, when we go from revived hopes to rampant speculation, usually the price goes up between 200 to 250%. To reach the last stages, another double, and that is rampant euphoria where it collapses. Let me give you an example. In recent history, I can bring up other examples, but I'll bring something in recent history. If you look at Bitcoin, in 2016 it was under $1,000, yes? And it just went up a little bit here and there and went down a little bit, and then suddenly it started moving. It went from 1,000 to 10,000 in about 6 months, and from 10,000 to 19,000, that was rampant speculation, rampant euphoria. It went from 10,000 to 19,100 and something within a month and to 2 months. We are now not in this stage. We are now reaching revived hopes. We are going to go 3 times, in my opinion, fold from where we are now. So if we say, let's say, for example, to round things off, that silver is at $30, we'll go to at least 90. And at gold at 2,000, just to round it off, we'll go to at least 6,000. Now again, I'm not saying this will happen next week, or in a month, or in a year. It may take a year and a half to 2 years or 3 years, but it will happen. And I will say this on this channel, and I'm happy to give anybody that wants to bet with me, I'll give them 1 to 2 that this will happen. Again, I won't have a timeline, but I will say this prediction: $60 minimum silver, minimum to 100, and gold between $4,000 to $6,000 US. And I would just want to share with you this economic clock, and I'll go through it again. Depression, awakening, revived hopes. We are now between stage 2 and 3. Rampant speculation, and the final stage is rampant euphoria, where it's going to be in the media day in and day out, like Bitcoin was. We haven't reached, it's gained some exposure in the media because gold hit New Year highs, but we're nowhere near the top. Nowhere near the top. Now, for those people that are scared to get in, buy a little bit, like before you jump in. You check the water before you get in, with your toes and the leg, etc., etc. Buy a little bit, because nobody can buy at the bottom and nobody sells at the top. Only people that are liars can. But those that do not get in today will cry, because what is going to happen in the next couple of months and years with the Fed printing money, we're going to go into rampant inflation. And I know some of you may laugh at what I've just said, but I'll put prominent people that I've said this many, many times before, like Mike Maloney, like GPS Economics, Arcadia Economics, Greg Hunter with USA Watchdog, Jeff Berwick, the Dollar Vigilante, and many, many others that are saying something on the same lines I'm saying. Now, nobody can predict how fast this will happen. Nobody can predict precisely the timeline. But we all are aware of the economic clock. And once you know where we are in the cycle of these commodities or the stock market or whatever, you can know with 80 to 90% accuracy that we're not yet at the top. When we'll be in the top, you will know it because everybody will be talking about it. It'll be in the media. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry will be talking about it. But at the moment, here, the depression is only 2-3% people aware. At awakening, between 3 to 7%. We are now reaching 10% of the population aware of it. By the time we reach here, it'll be 50%, and by the time we reach here, it'll be 80-90%. It's the same thing that happened in Bitcoin. Look what happened to the chart of Bitcoin, and you'll understand where the cycles are. I highly recommend to buy it. This is not advice to anybody, but this is my personal opinion. What you do with it is up to you. But one thing I can guarantee you, I will bring this video that I'm saying today at $28.60 silver and gold at $2,039, and I will bring up this video to tell you and show you that what I said is correct. It's taken 4 months for me to take this video where I said silver 16 and it's now at 28. Gold was, at the time I made the video, on the 13th of April, 1,600, and we're now 2,039. More or less the prices. So I will say this video again in a couple months or a year, I don't know when. I'll make another video to show you that what I'm saying is going to happen. Like I said many times before, I will not say precise the price or the timeline, but I guarantee you, those people that actually listen to this will make a lot of money. What you do is up to you. This is not a financial advice, it's just a recommendation or advice for you to hear. But as I said in the video of the 13th of April, it's happened and it's happening and it will happen sooner or later. Thank you very much for listening to us. Book launch for our book, How to Be a Man, What Your Father Never Taught You. On the 16th of August, here in Sydney, within a couple of days, you are invited. If you want to know when precisely and where, email us at john@sosdating.com. Thank you very much for listening. As always, you know who I am? I'm your friend, Johnny.